Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Fuel for Success. It's good to see you on this Monday morning. As you know, I love coffee. This show is better than coffee in the morning, just so you know. And today, just like every Monday, today is health and weight loss. What a way to start your week! Health and weight loss with myself and Matt. How are you doing this morning, Matt?
Good to see you, Mike. Really good to see you, man. I look forward to Fuel for Success all through the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, don't it just feel weird, like around 9 a.m., like I should be on the show? You know what I'm saying?
Am I
Feels
forgetting
weird.
something?
Yeah, it's like every 9 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, I'm like almost like, oh my God, I'm late. I'm the show, you know. How was your weekend, my friend?
It was good. It was good. We um, did some stuff, then some other stuff. Oh, we had a good weekend. Saturday, we took our Canadian friend to the Mall of America, but they actually have a bigger mall in Canada, so it wasn't that exciting. But we did go to a Cinco de Mayo celebration, had some authentic Mexican tacos, so that was amazing.
I live for Mexican tacos, especially when they're good. But
They were
aren't
good.
all tacos Mexican or no?
Um, I don't know that I would call, for example, soft shell tacos at Taco Bell authentic Mexican. Um,
Definitely not.
eh, just saying. But
Um,
it was the Cinco de Mayo celebration, so it was like a party in the street, so it was fun.
did you
People
dance?
everywhere.
Did you
It
dance
was
with them? Did you salsa dance? Can you give us a demonstration of your salsa dancing real quick?
no and no.
I have three things to say about that. No, no, and no.
Oh,
Awesome.
it was
I didn't. I,
fun.
I didn't get to have a. I should have. I should have. I'm actually angry at myself that I didn't. But I didn't get to have any Mexican tacos, so now I got to wait until next Saturday or Sunday because I don't eat like that Monday through Friday. But Saturday and Sunday, I wouldn't mind enjoying a good, authentic Mexican taco. You know what I got to say to people that slip up on their food? Enjoy it. If you're going to fall, fall and enjoy it, my friend, because either way, you're falling. So you might as well take that ice cream with no guilt, right? You might as well take that cheeseburger with zero guilt. And Britain says she loves Mexican food. Who couldn't love Mexican food? Like, people need checked up here if they don't like Mexican food. Do you not agree, Mike?
I would agree. I think if they don't, they probably haven't had good Mexican food. There's there's a lot of Mexican restaurants that I go to that it really doesn't matter what you order, it all tastes the same. And you know, plate's hot, yeah, because it just came out of the microwave. I get that. Those places, that's probably why they don't like it.
Yeah, and I got to
You
say a
go.
good encouraging word to Maria because she's getting a kick out of my fall and enjoy. That's right, Maria. If you're going to go down, girl, and love every minute of it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, don't feel guilty along with the bad eating because now you got double problems. You got to wrestle with guilt and you got to wrestle with all that toxic food you just ate, which guilt tends to like affect the immune system. So be careful about that. That's a good quote. And not all tacos are created equal, and that is so true. It's either a good taco
Not
or
even
it's not a
close.
good taco. And you know what I don't understand about Mike and Matt? I don't understand how we can open a health and weight loss show talking about how amazing tacos are. Is that not counterproductive? I have a feeling that
Hey,
now everyone's going to be tempted to go eat tacos today.
you know, a taco doesn't have to be that bad. Like an authentic cantina type taco with corn flour tortillas,
Oh,
and some asada and just cilantro and onion. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's like pure, right? You
what?
start glomming on a bunch of sour cream and
Oh yeah,
cheese and good.
yeah, yeah. It was
Don't
sour
go
cream,
there.
cheese, and especially if you pour the queso cheese on it, it's like begging God, clog my arteries. But hey, you're right, dude. We had some good time. Where were we in at Los Angeles that night at like what 2 a.m. that we went to
It was
that little
2 a.m.
taco place? That was one of the coolest places. You know
Yeah,
what?
so today we're talking about what not to do.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
eat at 2 a.m.
But I was at a mission trip, and that's when you like realize it's 2 a.m. and you've eaten nothing. Um, yeah, you know, Mike, I've made healthy tacos actually. Salmon tacos with goat cheese on organic, like you said, corn tortilla. Can you give me a little Spanish accent? How you would say, you know, like if I
Well, it's
ordered,
pronounced tortilla.
you repeat it back to me, what would you say?
Well, you would say corn tortillas because that's the way you pronounce the word.
I,
It's not
I,
an
I
accent.
want
It's
a
just how
live
it's.
demonstration.
Well, what do you mean? I don't speak Spanish.
Give me an accent. Can I get an accent?
Well, it's not really an accent. It's just how you pronounce it. You say like two carne asada tacos on corn tortillas.
Did he awesome? He did awesome, didn't he?
Okay, senor.
That's awesome, Mike. Mike, can I say something?
You're gonna.
I've been doing some thinking this weekend, believe it or not, and I've been doing some thinking early this morning about extremism. And I'm actually a believer in it. I never used to be. I actually used to write articles about balance and I used to like teach about balance. But I just don't believe in it. I mean, I believe in it, but I don't believe in it. I just don't believe that there's any way possible to succeed by having this, oh, I'm balanced mentality. I think the only way to succeed is an all in, never say die, gladiator, warrior, just willing to risk it all, lose it all, commitment, dedicated mentality, right? So, since we're talking about health and weight loss, I actually thought about this on my bike ride this weekend when I was doing some cardio. I thought I pretty much lived my life as if I had a disease and I was trying to beat it. I literally live that way. I live as if I either had heart disease or cancer trying to beat it. And because there's two ways you can go about it. Either way, you can be preventative, or what's the other word besides preventative, Mike? If someone is not preventative, what are they? Is that reactionary? What am I looking for here?
Yeah, could be
Well,
reactionary or.
meaning like my email box stays full of people that I once talked to about health that just went to the doctor and now the doctor's giving them this report. They've got a spot, you know. They all of a sudden now have diabetes. They all of a sudden now the doctors tell them that that they need to lose weight or they're gonna end up with they're gonna end up dead. And so it stays full with people that like when they get the wake up call, right? And a lot of human beings are this way. Unfortunately, most people don't change until there's a major wake up call or until it's too late. Like, sadly, there are situations where I've gotten angry at not at people, but at the whole just fight that people have with obesity. And
Yeah.
I've never been able to get away from the health and weight loss message. Both of us are in ministry, and both of us are very passionate about revival and about soul winning and whatnot. And so it's sometimes people are a little like taken back to see us talking so much about juicing and exercise and weight loss and this, that, and the other. But Mike, I've seen too many people that either had the wake up call and it was almost too late. It's almost like you ever heard the situation where either a doctor, a lawyer, or even a parent says, "Man, if you just would have let me know earlier, I could have helped you."
Yeah.
Now it's in some people's lives, Mike, even the wake up call, right, is almost too late. But sometimes, let me tell you right now, the wake up call is the very thing we need. Now, I'm going to talk about two things. I want to get your take on it, Mike. I want to talk about the wake up call, and then I want to talk about the wake up call that you haven't had yet that's coming if you don't change, right? So, we're here every Monday. Mike and I have been beating the table with the health and weight loss message consistently. Every Monday since January 1st, Mike and I have been given 30 minutes trying to say things to cause people to exercise, juice, rest, live a healthy, vibrant, high energy life. So on my bike ride, Mike, I was thinking about if somebody came to me and they like one of my closest friends came to me and said they just found out they had cancer. And in fact, it happened yesterday at church. Yesterday at church, a gentleman walked up to me and said, I just found out that I have cancer, and is there anything you can do? And there's a part of me that's just like, can I get people to have a wake up call before the wake up call? Because the wake up call is coming. This one I'm going to talk about extremism. Like, I literally believe people need to be doing wheatgrass 3 to 5 times a week. I mean, at least 5 times. I believe in 5 times a week. I so believe in it. I literally believe people need to be juicing. I don't believe it's an option. I believe juicing to the body is equal to what prayer is to your spiritual life. Hear me? Like, that's how important it is. Meaning, if you don't pray, your spiritual life is going to suffer. And if you don't juice and fill your body with those nutrients and the raw fruits and vegetables, you're going to suffer majorly in your health, right? Exercise, Mike. Exercise is it's like the Bible. Exercise to what the Bible is to our spiritual life, that's what exercise is. Like, I don't understand people that don't exercise. I really don't. I'm honest in telling you, I literally don't understand people that have the ability to get on a treadmill, that have the ability to go take a walk, that have the ability to go swim or go bike, that don't keep their body moving. I literally don't. It frustrates me, to be very real. And if you're on this show today and you don't exercise, I've been nice. Mike's been nice. Sometimes you don't need someone to be nice. Sometimes you need a good kick right back here. Sometimes it needs to hurt. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when you go in the hospital and you're near dead, they're not going to be nice. They're going to be sticking you with needles and IVs and putting you under and taking you into surgery and cutting you open. It's coming either way, my friends. You might as well let Mike and I cut you open a little bit today and get you to have a wake-up call before the wake-up call. So that's why I said extremism, Mike. Like, for me, like, I literally Monday through Friday, and usually it carries over onto Saturdays and Sundays. I'm pretty much a health nut because I've decided to give myself a wake up call before the wake up call. So that's one thing I want to talk about real quick, Mike, and I want your take on it. Second thing is, well, before I go into the second thing, Mike, give me your take on this, on the mentality of people that don't take their health serious, and it's got to take a doctor telling them, or it's got to take a trip to the emergency room, or it's got to take some kind of, you know, tragic something to get them to wake up, and now all of a sudden they want to start eating right. Now all of a sudden they want to start exercising more. You know, let's. What's your take on this, my friend?
Well, I would say that unfortunately, for every person that even goes to the doctor and the doctor gives them the wake up call, for every person that heeds that and begins to live a healthy lifestyle, there's probably two or three that don't, and of course, it doesn't end well for them. Um, that's kind of what I see, and that's that's a powerful indictment. But we're fighting against really systems in, especially in America. I mean, just it's difficult culturally, availability wise. Everything is against you eating right, and everything is against you exercising daily. Although culturally there's a little bit more increase in the exercise culture today, but I really like that concept of the wake up call before the wake up call, because you know you're absolutely right. If you have the ability to exercise and you're not doing it, if you have the ability, and Matt, we've heard every excuse there is. It's too expensive. I can't do it. I can't, I don't have time. I don't, whatever. And it's like, look, if you're going to be, if I told you today you do this or you're going to be dead in 3 years, would you find the time? Would you find the money?
That's
Right?
good.
Or would you just say, well, I'm going to execute my bucket list because I'm going to be dead in 3 years? Well, I do one or the other, because otherwise it's going to be hard for me to respect you. Um, there's your cutting. Uh, but I think that that looking at it in this reality, and knowing that uh, it's not going to end well if we don't begin to do these things, and it is hard at first. It's like anything to get started, but think about if you end up at the doctor and you've had a heart attack and he says you have to change your whole lifestyle and you have to take extreme action. Think about how difficult that's going to be. And when you're in whatever condition you're in today, you know what? Here's the thing. It's like if you look at it and say, man, but it's just hard for me to walk or whatever. It's hard for me to eat. Well, if you continue down the wrong road for another year, then you're going to be a year further down that road. And it's going to be that much harder. Today's the day of action.
It
That's what I
really
have to
is.
say about
It really is, Mike. And I think, like, let me throw this out there. In our organization that we're a part of, okay, the top five um, preachers that I know have all had heart attacks. Okay, and I've talked to all of them. I literally have talked to all of them, and every one of them told me that the doctor told them that this heart attack was stress induced, and that the common denominator was that they were not exercising and they were not eating right. So this is my point. Like, all three of them nearly lost their life, and their quality of life has been lessened now because of the heart attack. Now they're even at a greater risk of another heart attack, right? So how easy is it, my friend? Think about it. What's the trade-off? You said it exactly right. Like, if you think juicing is sick, you try going eating hospital food. If you think that, you don't like exercising and it's painful, you try laying in a hospital bed, or you try being, and I know this sounds kind of dramatic, but it is. It is, because every day of my life, Mike, I deal with people that are like, their health is crashed. It's nearly gone. They, like, we've quoted this on this show before, but the Bible literally says, "Why be foolish and die before your time?" The greatest myth on earth is that I'm going to go when it's my time to go. That is a load of, you know what? It is not true. Like, you're going to go early, and you're going to lose time with your kids and your grandkids and life because you neglected your health. And it's like, literally, sometimes, Mike, when people ask me to pray for them that are sick, I almost don't. Like, I literally almost have a rebellion towards it. I literally say to myself, I'm not going to insult God by praying for them, because what's God going to say back to me? As God is listening to me say, "God, please heal them." And God looks down and they're not being a good steward of their body, and they're not taking care of their health, and they're not doing what they can do. That's like, that God doesn't work that way. There are laws in this life, and there is laws of health. And we can't continue to throw everything off on the devil, or ask God to bail us out every time. Like, God has to see us putting in the effort. God has to see us putting the right things in our body, exercising. Because this, like, think about it. God, the fruits and vegetables are literally a gift from God. Like, all this other genetically modified food, all these other foods that the food industry. Listen, Mike, I sat down with the 12-year-old kid that had cancer this week. There, I mean, the spirit, I call it a spirit of cancer, is sweeping this nation. And a lot of it is because of the chemicals, the toxins, the food industry. It's literally killing us. It's killing us. And so that's what I want to talk about today, was the wake-up call before the wake-up call. So here's your wake-up call, my friends, okay? I don't care what you got to do. I don't care if you got to paint a picture. I don't care if you got to write out your obituary and describe. I don't care if you got to go write an apology letter to your family that you left them early because you didn't have enough discipline to work out. Or, listen, working out is not easy. Listen, everybody else, listen, no, everybody loves a good piece of chocolate pie, or, chocolate cake. Everybody loves grease. Everybody loves sugar. Everybody loves bad food, right? But the bottom line is, do you love life more? Do you love your family more? Like, I love my son. I want to live. If I'm going to live to be 90, I want to live to be 95, because I know that I'm going to want to, like, have every minute with my grandkids as I can, and my great grandkids. I want to write more books. I want to help more people. Like, you got to get a passion for life again if you're going to be a healthy person and realize, wait a minute, I don't want to die early. I don't want to go before my time. And it's in your hands. It's literally your destiny is in your own hands. I can't fix it. Mike can't fix it. We can give you the tools. We can show you how to do it. Hear me? But at the end of the day, you have to have your own wake-up call. And I need you to go a little dramatic. I need you to like literally sit down and do some of these things that will wake you up. Like, literally tell yourself, if I don't change right now, I am going to die. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to get cancer. Like that's how serious it really is, Mike. It really is. Like the bottom line is, if you have a high sugar intake in your life, you're going to end up with diseases. You're going to destroy your immune system. And if your immune system is weak, it can't fight off sickness or disease. It can't. So you've got to make your highest priority to develop a healthy immune system. So I just want to throw that out there, Mike. Any additional thoughts before I move to the next subject?
No, that's good. We're at 21 minutes, so let's jump to the next topic that you wanted to cover. I did see a question here from Tammy. Um, Maybe we can jump on that one real quick. And she's asking, so she's basically exercised all her life. Um, should exercise cause a little bit of hurt?
Yes.
And should you
Well,
continue to increase or ramp up the extremeness of your exercise?
mix it up, Tammy, and it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about weightlifting, or if you're talking about, I mean, you want to do proper exercise. So it doesn't always have to hurt. It just depends on what your goal is, I guess. If you were telling me that you were weightlifting, then I would say yes. You want to break those muscles. You know what I'm saying? Right, Mike?
Yeah.
So it doesn't always have to hurt, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, once you develop a lifestyle of exercise and you're doing cardio every day, it may not, and that's okay. You're in a more of a maintenance mode of your health at that time. And the reality is, the longer you live this lifestyle, the easier it gets. One of the concepts we've talked about that I learned from a book called Clean, which I highly recommend by Dr. Younger. He said, "You are what you eat, and you eat what you are." So your body craves what you put into it, whether it's junk food or healthy food, and your body will also crave that either exercise or sedentary lifestyle depending on what it's used to. So once you get into a lifestyle of exercise and a lifestyle of eating healthy, it becomes easier. It really does, but it
Yeah,
takes a little bit of time to get there.
absolutely. Rob, giving some pretty dramatic wake up calls. I had a client that was a couple 100 pounds overweight, and he's young. I said, well, listen, bro, I'm going to just tell you right now that if you don't change, a couple years from now, you're going to die of a heart attack. There's no way you're going to survive being this obese. I'm going to help you lose this weight, but I'm just letting you know. And what happens when you're gone, there's going to be another man sleeping in your bed, my friend, because your wife will get married again. And if you're okay with that, then fine. But that was like his wake up call. It shook him. You know what I'm saying? I know that's kind of tough, but hey, listen to this, Mike. I wanna do a real life analogy here, okay?
Sure.
So I thought of this too a long time today. When I was bike riding, this is what I thought, Mike. I thought, if my closest friend, case in point, Mike or Caleb or my brother called me and said, I've been given 6 months to live, you know, literally, like, what would I tell them? Because I believe, Mike, in that, see, doctors give us prescriptions, right? And we follow those prescriptions. But I also believe when going for health, you need to kind of write your own prescription. I really believe that. Like, you need to literally write down, because some people, like, there's a certain amount of pills they have to take. There's certain things they have to do. It's a prescription. Like, this is what you have to do to, fight off this disease, or to avoid the symptoms, right? So I literally sat down and I thought about this. What would I do if my closest friend, if Mike Hopkins or my brother came to me and said, I got some bad news. I've only got 6 months to live. What would be my prescription? So the first thing that I would tell them to do is immediately kill sugar in your life. Like, done. Hear me? Done. The only sugar you can have is natural sugar. That would be number one, the sugar that comes from fruits and your juicing and whatever. I mean, I would tell them, listen, I'm giving you a prescription. Now, I'm not, all I'm saying is we're going after it here. We're going to do everything we can to beat it, okay? I would say, like, literally never again. This is someone that's sick. This is someone that's always sick. This is someone that's got, you know, literally 6 months to live. This is someone that's, you know, I'm talking to sick people here now, okay? Like, never again are you allowed to drink a Coke. Never. Under any circumstance. Never. Like, I love you, but you're not allowed to even touch it. You hear me? It's equal to drinking poison to you, okay? So like the poison and the stuff under the sink that you don't let your little 2 and 3 year olds drink, even though it looks so good to them, that's what Coke is to you now, okay? The next thing I would say is immediately cut out white flour. Immediately eliminate white flour from your lifestyle. Not diet, but from your lifestyle, okay? Next thing I would tell them to do, Mike, is I would say, I want you to literally forgive every single person that's hurt you. I don't want you to have an ill feeling towards one human being. I don't want you to, and I want you to literally let go of all the pain, all the things that have hurt you, and I want you to release it. Release it. You don't have any more time to waste. This is making you sick. This is weakening your immune system. The next thing I would tell them to do, Mike, is I would tell them you need to be a fanatic about juicing. Like 80% of what goes in your body needs to be raw fruits and vegetables, maybe 90%, okay? So I would immediately get them juicing, high levels of juicing, like extreme juicing, okay? Yeah. 2 to 3, 4 times a day, just juice, drinking nothing but water, and eating a plant-based lifestyle with very limited amount of meat. And if they did eat meat, it would be organic chicken or fish, period. So remember, this is an extreme, right, Mike? We're going extreme here. We're talking about someone that's like their health is wreck, or they're like only have a certain amount of time to live. Next thing I would tell Mike is start having the time of their life. They need more laughter than they've ever had. Some of you are sick and you have diseases because of the emotions, straight up, because of the emotions in your life. And I would tell them, look, man, it's time for you like to just start living it up, having more fun, more light, more laughter. Like you need to watch a comedy movie as much as possible or funny videos on YouTube, and you need to gut laugh. You just need to laugh because literally God said that laughter is medicine, right? It's literally like medicine. It's healing. Next thing I would tell them, Mike, is I would tell them to drink 4 to 6 ounces of wheatgrass a day. Like religious. Like what I'm giving you, Mike, I literally believe can beat most diseases. I literally believe that the prescription that I'm giving right now, and I'm not a doctor, so please, nobody like, Mike and I are not doctors on this show. We're giving motivation. Hear me? This is not, I need everyone to understand this. But I'm telling you what I would tell them is I would say you need wheatgrass like a freak daily. Hear me? 7 days a week. I want you slamming 4 to 6 ounces. This is what I would do. If I got sick, if I got a disease, what I'm giving right now, this is what I would do. And I would say I want you to start drinking wheatgrass. And then the next thing I would tell them to start doing, Mike, is I would tell them to literally start exercising. As painful as it is, get your body moving. Because a lot of times, Mike, believe it or not, probably 90% of it is what we believe. Like somebody tells us something, we believe it and we take it in. And most people, when they get sick, they stop moving. It's something you've got to keep your body moving. The body is meant to heal itself. And I would say, look, man, let's get you in the pool. Let's get you moving. Let's get you on a bike. Let's get you out walking. And so what I just said, Mike, you ready for this? I'm saying take everything I just said and do it now. Hear me? Let's do what I just said as if you don't have, as if you have 50 years to live. because this is what's going to cause you to live longer and healthier, my friend. Your thoughts?
I couldn't agree more. And, you know, how could any of that be bad for you? Like you said, we're not doctors, but at the same time, it's like, how can like increasing your fresh fruits and vegetables, decreasing red meats, right? Increase your water intake and begin to exercise. How could that be bad? Okay. Um, and the other thing is that your life will be better.
It really will. And listen, your life, every part of your life will be better. Energy, happiness, vibrancy, sleep, your marriage, your family, your ministry, every part of your life. Listen, this last 30 minutes could literally change your life if you'll really listen to what we're saying. If you'll really take in what Mike and I just said for the last 30 minutes, it's not cliche. It literally can change your life. Like the little prescription that I gave, and that's not all of it, but that I ran out of time, but the little prescription that I gave could literally, Mike, set people free from disease and sicknesses, and they could live, like you said, a much more high quality life. Like, you know how extreme I would be, Mike? I would literally move into the cheapest place and have no furniture to be able to wheat grass and juice. I would sell cars. I would get so extreme to be able to do it. I would. I'm telling you, I would. People think that I do all this juicing and stuff because I'm wealthy. It's not true. I live without a lot of other stuff to be able to do that. But it's worth it. It's worth it, my friend. Mike, you and I can go like a long time on this subject. I'm just glad we have it every Monday just to help people out. I love what Tammy's saying, and I'll acknowledge it, then we have to go. But she's so right. That's the other prescription I would give is literally you're going to follow 100% a healthy alkaline lifestyle. 100%. Like every food that's acidic, we're done with. We're done with it. Hear me? We're done with it. I mean, obviously there's a few, that we can talk about that, but like I would say 100% alkaline. Like that's your goal 24 hours a day is do everything that keeps your body alkaline. I'm telling you, Mike, it works. It's the answer. I love you, Mike. Great show. Friends that watch live, thank you. Anybody that's watching the archive, thank you as well. Please tell your friends. I want everyone to post this on their Facebook today. Every one of you. Everyone that's watching it live or watching the archive, I want you to get this on your Twitter, your Facebook. This show right here, this message that Mike and I gave, it needs to be to your family and friends. You need to text them the link and say, please watch this. Anybody that's sick, they need to watch this. Anybody that's having bad disease in their life, they need to watch this. We love you, Mike. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for our finance show. Appreciate you, my friend. Enjoy your day. Everybody go live a healthy life. We love you and we believe in you.